Okay, we'll get started. We'd like to welcome Scottie Scheffler into the interview room, our defending champion. Scottie, it was here last year that you got the first of 4 victories on the season. If we can get some comments on just reflect back to that, and then also how much you're looking forward to this year.
Yeah, it's good to be back in Phoenix. Got a lot of good memories here. It's obviously a special tournament for me with being first win, and it's definitely a lot of fun to be back. As far as this week goes, it's exciting. This will be the second elevated event I've played this year, and so great field this year, and it should be fun.
What's the state of your game coming into the week?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like I've been playing some solid golf. I've been a little bit on the outside looking in on Sundays, and so hoping to fine-tune things a little bit and hopefully, be in position to win on Sunday versus kind of chasing from behind.
There's no other event like this one on tour. What's your mindset, and what's it take to be successful at this event?
Yeah, it is a little different. I mean, the golf course it's in great shape. Greens are always really firm, and you got to kind of deal with the environment here. But it's something you got to embrace. It's a lot of fun. I think a few times a year being able to play with this big of a crowd is pretty special for us as players.
All right, we'll start with questions. We'll start with Cam and move it down the row here.
Scottie, from a year ago coming in here winless and now 4 wins, you got a green jacket in your closet. That's a pretty whirlwind 12 months. I'm assuming that's been the most transformative 12 months of your golfing career, and if not, I'd like to know what is.
No, I think it's definitely been a lot different for me coming out to tournaments and stuff, but I don't really feel much different than I did sitting here last year. As far as playing, I'm always trying to get a little bit better, and the golf stuff for me doesn't change too much. I'm just showing up and trying to do my best, and hopefully that'll put me in a good spot going into Sunday.
All right, Sean?
How has life changed in 12 months for you?
Like I said, life on the golf course is a bit different, just with more stuff going on, and people kind of know who I am now versus a year ago at this tournament. Maybe a few people from the Ryder Cup, but definitely going back to a year and a half ago before that, pretty much nobody. And so it's been fun kind of trying to manage that and go from there and find more efficient stuff to do at the golf course with my time, just because there's more that comes with showing up at events, but it's all fun. Getting to have fans and people cheering for you is a good time. I'm very grateful for it.
As a big Cowboys fan, do you ever find it weird that you can't really watch the Cowboys on Sunday if you're playing well in a tournament?
Yeah, I hope I could never watch the Cowboys if I'm playing golf. But yeah, the Cowboys is something I typically will never miss a Cowboys game, and I got to play with Emmitt Smith today, which was a lot of fun, and I'd never met him before, so that was really cool. Just kind of pick his brain on some stuff and have a good time.
What did you pick his brain about?
Just little random stuff. I mean, you could tell he's still very, very competitive, and when he comes out here to play golf, like, he's trying to learn, he's trying to do his best on every shot, and so it's kind of fun just getting a little peek into his mind.
Hi, Scottie. Have you watched your Netflix episode?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was good. I thought they did a good job. I think there was one part where I started cracking up laughing. They caught a conversation between me and Teddy that I didn't know that they caught, and Meredith and I got a kick out of it.
Any feedback? Did you learn anything watching it? Well, I guess we can't talk about it, but any?
Yeah. Did I learn anything from watching it? Not really. I didn't really know what they were going to do with me in the show. I think they did a really nice job. The episode was interesting. I haven't been able to see anything else, but hopefully everything turns out really well. But I was happy with my little pieces in the episode.
All right, let's go Adam.
What's your fondest recollection of winning this tournament, and anything specific from the playoff that you remember fondly?
Well, fondly, I remember making that putt to finish the playoff. It's always nice when those playoffs end and you're the one holding the trophy, not the one walking off the green. But yeah, it was really cool coming back. I played the back nine on Monday when we got in, and I could remember pretty much every shot that I hit that day, and which is unusual for me. I usually forget pretty much everything. Like, when it comes to golf, I don't have a very, I wouldn't say I don't remember a lot, but I definitely don't have that memory where I can recall every shot that I hit. And so it was definitely a little bit weird playing the practice round and being like, oh yeah, I remember this, I remember that. I remembered everything, which is weird. But it's all great memories. This place will always have, special memories for me, being the first win and being able to close it out in the playoff. I did a really good job of kind of grinding out some pars there to start the playoff, and then obviously the last putt on the third playoff hole was big.
Okay, let's go far right, and then we'll move to MK.
Hey, Scottie, just wanted to ask about Full Swing again. Why was it something you wanted to participate in, and just how much is it going to help, grow the tour, grow the game once it comes out next week?
Yeah, well, I think I wanted to participate in it for that reason. I wouldn't say I was a huge part of it. I didn't give them as much access into my personal life as a lot of guys did, but it was a good experience, and I think that was when I originally signed up for it. I don't really think they wanted very much from me, and then all of a sudden I started like winning tournaments and stuff, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we need a lot more stuff now." And I was like, "Well, it was kind of a tough balance, but it was a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be great for the game. I think it's going to get a whole new audience watching golf, and it should be great for our tour and good for the game of golf as well."
All right, let's go MK and then up to Adam.
Hey, Scotty. So this week you have a chance to return to the #1 position, and when you did it in Austin, you said you didn't feel any different. I'm just curious, is it a goal of yours to get to #1, or is it more of a reflection of other goals that you have?
I would say it's more of a reflection, but I like being #1 in the world. I don't like being #2. It's just kind of one of those funny things. Like right now, I'm ranked #2, but I would say I'm not playing the second best golf in the world. I think Rory and John are pretty much neck and neck for playing the best golf in the world right now, and so the rankings are funny. It's just an algorithm. You don't get any extra trophies or anything like that for having it for a short period of time. But it's more of a reflection of other things, I'd say. But I don't like being #2. I'd rather be #1.
All right, Adam, and then we'll move to the back.
Scott, have you settled on the menu yet for the Masters dinner?
Not quite. We've got some ideas. I'm excited about it. Hopefully the guys will like it too. But I'm a little bit weird about my food. I don't really branch out too much, so we'll see. We'll see what they think.
And will you be willing to wear a mic and talk with the CBS crew during a broadcast upcoming?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I had the opportunity to do that a couple times when I was on the Korn Ferry Tour, and I declined it. I usually try to do my best to stay in the moment and kind of forget about everything else that's going on around me, and so that'd be something I'd have to really think about, which I haven't done yet, but maybe I will more in the future. I haven't been approached yet to do it, so I hadn't really had to think about it. Maybe I will now. So we'll see.
All right, back right. Okay.
Hey, Scotty. You led the tour in greens and regulation last year. Just wondering why you think that is, what the strategy you're using that helps you hit so many greens.
Well, I didn't know that till now, so that's a good stat. I don't like missing greens, so being able to hit the most is a lot of fun. I would say from 2021 to 2022, I really improved with my iron play. I was a really, really good driver of the golf ball my first 2 years on tour. My driving stats actually went down slightly last year, but I think it's because I don't know if more streaky is the right word, but I hit it a lot further last year, and so with that, the dispersion gets a little bit wider. But obviously, I was able to take advantage of being able to hit a little further and get some wins. But as far as hitting a lot of greens, I think that's part of playing consistent golf. I think when you see the best players in the world, most of them are very, very consistent ball strikers. And so I was able to kind of make that jump from 21 to 22, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to improve.
All right, in the very back, and then we'll come up to Gary.
Hi, Scotty. I saw you practicing with kind of an extended alignment stick in the ground at an angle. What exactly were you working on there?
I don't know how to explain it because I really just started doing it in the last week, but sometimes I guess I feel like the club gets behind me, and so that right there, I'm probably never going to hit it. It's more just there, so I have a little feeling of where the club should be. Not anything overly complicated, just kind of more of a feel thing.
Okay, Gary.
Could you talk about, everybody talks about 16 here, could you talk about 17, how, if you like the hole, and what do you typically do? What clubs do you hit? Do you attack? Do you lay up?
Yeah, I've never laid up on 17. I think one of the things that's so great about this golf course is getting the reward for good play. I think you see that a lot on the back nine. When you're hitting really good shots, you get rewarded for it. I mean, you can birdie almost every hole on the back nine when you're hitting the right shots. And then all of a sudden you start hitting offline, and it becomes difficult. And so as a player, I think that's what you really appreciate about courses. And 17 is a hole like that, where if you hit a really good tee shot, you're going to have an eagle luck or have an easy up and down for birdie. And if you don't hit a good tee shot, you're going to be struggling for par. And so as a player, that's something that we really appreciate.
What club do you typically hit there then?
It depends on wind, but usually 3-wood driver.
All right, anything else? Scotty, as always, thank you for your time. Play well
Thanks, y'all.
this week.
Appreciate it.